Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, would you just look at it? Look at it! Look at it! Look at that close, traders and gamblers. Welcome in, guys. God bless you and your family. And we're going to be talking about stock ticker AMC as well as GameStop and the broader market. So if this is something that you guys are interested in, make sure to punch the subscribe button. And let's get excited, guys. Let's get jacked because you closed half a penny above the 200-day EMA. I saw my boy Kyle Jones comment on this. God bless him. And that is one of the best closes, the best case scenario you could have had on AMC. And let's kind of break this down, right? Why did you see this move? We talked about the reasoning and why we thought you might see this move, but it came off of a nice pop in volume after you saw the overall volume trend. And we talked about yesterday for everyone who is coming back around. I know we talked about the 16 million candle volume, the lowest since the beginning of the run. Now, the lowest since 14 million and 15 million here. Oftentimes, traders, when the volume trend is exhausted, you will see that come to an end, right? Whether the bear is stepping in to smash home the loss or the bulls stepping in to defend their ground. And that is what you saw today. You saw bulls step back into the stock and send you right on top for a daily close above the 200-day EMA. Now, what's exciting here, traders, genuinely, is you've broken out of this consolidation trend and you're now basing on these horizontal resistance, right? So you almost have a shoulder cup right shoulder here, which could create, if you saw a retest, right? Not saying it's bearish, it is significantly, and it is so bullish, guys. It's hard to explain. You could come down here, retest, and make that right shoulder to then see this continuation. But what I think is going to happen here, traders, is you should be good to continue to break out here, at least all the way up to a new higher high on the stock, potentially seeing resistance right around this 230 territory after seeing these two tops on the 4-hour time frame, right? And we talked about in the last video as well, these RSI wedges, guys, being one of the tastiest, easiest way to make these lemon pepper tendies on this stock and many other stocks, but particularly AMC respects them very, very well, right? So you can see this very strict consolidation within this wedge that marked your bottom and then a strong pop upwards. Strong consolidation, marked your bottom, and you popping upwards. But what I'm watching for is the weekly close, guys. And you're currently, if you close today, right? Let's say today was Friday. You now have your highest weekly close, traders, because you're above these two twin peaks here. Your highest weekly close since all the way back here, guys. Since December 19th, 2025, right? So you're now seeing this thing be significantly bullish, and there's not a lot of signs that you are going to turn around, or at least not yet. So I remain convicted and I remain bullish on this play. Now, I'd like to see the volume continue to break out here and a close above, what is this high? 194, which is where you're at today, would be, in my eyes, confirmation that this breakout is going to continue. 194 is going to be the absolute area to close for the week, and hopefully, right, assuming that we hold this on the daily time frame right at 193, this thing is going to continue to smash shorts, smash sellers, right? This thing should continue to go higher. As you can see, you also have, because you've based and you've formed a very nice kind of support trend here on the local time frame. Somewhere around there. As you've seen, you formed a nice little local time frame uptrend. And from that, traders, you're having the 50-day EMA and the 9-day EMA rise much faster than we had originally anticipated, right? We talked about a potential retest or potential tap of this uptrend, which are both still in play. But what we're watching for now is if you can continue to see this thing run away, that is going to be your best case scenario, because your 50-day EMA is going to rise even faster, potentially giving you your first daily golden cross, traders, which is the most bullish, or at least one of them, one of the most bullish technical crosses in the entire stock market. If you guys are new, this has been part of our last 6 months of coverage of AMC that we watch this thing test the 200-day EMA, and we've talked about it religiously, right? Because going all the way back to February 1st, traders, that was the most bullish this thing has ever been in the entire stock history. That was your daily golden cross right here after seeing the squeeze from 10 all the way up to 116, right? That's the kind of volatility that AMC brings on these short rips. You got that golden cross, you retested it, and then the rest was history, right? So we're looking at AMC now, and we're licking our lips because this thing has the potential to do something special. Will it? God knows, right? I have no idea, but you're showing some amazing signs here of strength. Today particularly shows that, right? Closing right on top of the 200, and you're gapping up a little bit in after hours, already up a 1.03%. So if you could see this volume continue to stair step here, so I'd like to see it close tomorrow above 40 million shares of volume. This thing is going to get crazy. As you know, when AMC goes up, you oftentimes have people like TrendSpider and other people FOMOing or commenting about AMC. We've been here steady covering AMC. So if that's something you guys want to tag along for, slap the subscribe button. But I thought this was interesting, right? Someone paged the apes. And shout out to TrendSpider. He's a great guy to follow on Twitter. Go follow him. Whoops. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, Copilot. Someone paged the apes. I just thought this was funny because you have not only our technical setup, but he did do some pretty good due diligence showing that you broke out, retested this downtrend, and now you're flagging out. But I do anticipate more retail FOMO into the stock, and I do think that you're primed to see a nice little rippy going into the end of the week, hopefully, assuming you can hold. Worst case scenario, in my opinion, traders, is you do see that retest here somewhere between 175 and 178. But the best news for you guys is that was the horizontal trend we had to hold anyway, right? So very, very bullish in the short term. If you lose 175, it's likely you come all the way back down to this current uptrend right around 145 to 140. And we don't want to see that, right? If you guys are new, though, AMC, our thesis on the macro, has always been that you're going to see a slow but fast, I know that's oxymoron, squeeze. And it's going to start with the quarterly time frame, right? One of your largest macro time frames on AMC. You could see very clear as day we are in a freaking macro falling wedge. Now, whether or not you believe we are, it is so macro. Honestly, I've not seen a macro. I've not seen a falling wedge this large in a very long time. So if you break above that, guys, break above 318 like we talked about, 318 being that horizontal price target that we have right now, break above that, guys, you're going straight to 10. Right? I know that's very ambitious, but that is oftentimes how violent this thing can run. And if you see that breakout, guys, off of this bullish engulfing on the quarterly time frame, it's going to be violent. And you look at the last time, just for historical confluence, I, myself, traders or gamblers, oh no, our light went off. I myself, traders or gamblers, am a big fan of technical confluence, especially on the history of a stock that I'm covering. Look at the last time you got a quarterly in bullish engulfing candlestick, right? 331.21. Also, last time you got a quarterly MACD cross. Those two things aligning, although unlikely, are happening right now. And if you can get that quarterly MACD cross, it's likely, in my opinion, that you see maybe not the monstrous 400% and 455% move, but it's possible, right, that you see a little rippy, little crazy candle up here to $10 to retest your all-time low. That's a 457% candle, and potentially, right, our all-time macro target on AMC is the $43 gap fill, currently sitting at above 2,000% on AMC. Look at the weekly time frame. It's going to take a lot of strength from the apes to do so, but that is the gap that we have in question right now, 42.88. And that would be insane. That would be nuts, right? That would be crazy. But AMC aside, right, I wanted to do a little bit more due diligence on GameStop as well. So if you guys are a fan of GME, slap the like button, slap the subscribe button. If you guys are just here to hang out with me, I appreciate you, right? Looking at GME on the daily time frame, we printed a green doji still above the 9-day EMA, which is bullish on slightly higher volume. Now the volume, although slightly higher, is still really, really low. And you did close higher than the last 1, 2, 3 trading days, 4 trading days, probably a lot more than that. Higher, highest since May 21st. So genuinely a decent close, but I'd like to see on the weekly time frame for you to get back above the 9 and the 200. On the daily, you have a lot of resistance right around this $23 area, and we covered that in our last video, but it still remains true, right? You have this previous death cross on GME, which has a very scary name, but GameStop has truthfully been trading on autopilot for the last year, right? And you've had some nice swings. We made a short about it saying that there's potential opportunity to swing this bad boy, but you just zoom out, and the more you zoom out, traders, the more you can see it. This thing is just ranged from $20 up to $26 for the last year and a half. So I do not expect many more things to happen until you break back above the 200-day EMA, just like AMC is doing right now, and you see a daily golden cross with the follow-through, right? Because you've had many. You had one here. Zoom in a little bit. Had one here, rocket ship, right? Daily golden cross, failure. Daily golden cross, failure. Daily golden cross, failure. And that is kind of been the ebbs and flows of GameStop, and you've not seen a true golden cross since back here May 16th of 2024. So that's what we want to see on GameStop before we get apish. But just zooming out here, guys, and the chart kind of speaks for itself, right? This is in the weekly time frame, and you have a freaking humongous bullish pennant on GameStop that you theoretically can trade in all the way in to October, right? But do I believe that's going to happen? I don't, right? I don't think that you're going to be able to hold this thing down with all the bullish fundamental catalysts that it has and the business changing completely, right? I mean, buying eBay is the most insane thing that Ryan Cohen's doing, but I love it. I love every second of it. And do you really think, I want you guys to ask yourselves this question, do you really think that GameStop is worth the same amount that it was in January of 2022? When you look at the legacy business, I want you to ask yourself that. And for me, it's very clear that this thing is going to reprice at significantly higher levels if you see the follow through on this breakout and the weekly MACD crossing green. It's going to be a beautiful ride. And I hope you guys are as excited as I am, genuinely. I'm very excited about GameStop. Monthly time frame, we covered the monthly MACD as well as this pennant. But the monthly MACD's got to flip green if you want to see this thing go parabolic, because the last 2 times, right, I can mark it on the vertical chart, horizontal, vertical. Last 2 times you had that, traders, oof, let me get rid of that. were these 2 points in time. Get rid of that. These 2 vertical lines were the last 2 times you had a MACD cross to the upside. Now that is one of the easiest ways to tell that something crazy is about to happen. But for me, I am more focused on my own individual position on GME. You guys do your own due diligence, but I do freaking love the opportunity down here, potentially around $20.50 to $21, right? But like I said, you guys do your own due diligence. We're going to cover the GME warrants. Oops, that's GameStop again. GME warrants. From my boy, Only in Paradise, because that man is a loyal follower, comments every single video, and I love him. You saw a test on the weekly time frame of that 50-day EMA. Let's jump and take a peeky-weeky at the daily. A green doji, just like GameStop, but you rejected the 9-day EMA. That one's slightly less bullish, but if you could stay above this uptrend and base until you clear above not just this death cross potentially forming here, and this uptrend that has been previous huge support on the GME warrants. Huge support. 80% move there. You bounced off of it here. You saw a 30% move, right? So you need to regain that as support after rejecting it not just once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, traders. So that is significant support and resistance. Getting back above that and the 200-day EMA would lead you into 370, and breaking that, traders and or gamblers, gets you upwards of $5, right? You'll have temporary resistance at 417 and then 440, but really, if you break this trend, I expect you to just swing to the highs. And that would be a beautiful thing for my man, Only in Paradise. We can cover IWM. Kind of curious. I haven't taken a look at it. Ooh! IWM going absolutely nuclear on the daily time frame, seeing a regain of this bullish channel and a retest of the 50-day EMA. That is not what I expected, traders. On the 4-hour chart, it looks like you kind of are trading right below it, so that is an area to be cautious about, but you're still remaining above this uptrend, which we call the bullish. So as long as you hold and close above that, traders, I am not worried a bit. On the weekly time frame, same thing, closing slightly above it and closing a doji candle on low volume. So this week could be a big nothing burger. I know you saw SPY go down quite a lot today, but the broader market was outperformed by AMC and GameStop. There's no better way to have it. I love it, and I love you guys. So thank you all for trading in to this video. If you guys enjoyed it, slap the like button and hit the subscribe button. Also, one more thing, hit the notification bell, because that gives you guys the heads up when I post every single day. Beyond that, guys, God bless each and every single one of you guys. Hope you had a wonderful day so far. It's freaking 90 degrees where I'm at, so I'm toasted. But I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Peace. And remember, the best is yet to come.